I'm in the car right now. Will you take any notes of,
Yeah,
yeah, anything that stands out to you?
been anticipating that I'll be writing vigorously in this call.
Great.
I'm prepared.
Sweet. I've been having a conversation with a woman who I think is in yours or Cody's network. Her name is Andrea Goldsmith or something like that.
Yeah.
And she started a project here on the island a few years ago called Cedar Song.
Hmm.
Do you know about it?
What I know about it is that she's wanting to leave.
Yeah, so it failed. It imploded or exploded. Yeah, she's been this great ally unknowingly, just in our messenger conversation of something that is accurate to reality, and it's that they had money problems, and so they're selling the property. But what she said is they have money problems and interpersonal problems. But if the interpersonal problems could be resolved, the money problems would likely not be a problem.
Yeah.
And this is the clarity that I got, um, is like that's where we're at. It is not like we know how to source land, we know how to source
Yeah.
money. We as a collective, it has nothing to do with Melissa, because
Yeah.
like I've been in different community projects where people have owned the land, people are building houses, even people are renting the land. Like that's never the issue. It's always the how do people work together. And I had this message in me for months to send because I'm fucking pissed off and pissed off about the days that I spend in this house where I live alone with my kids just to like survive, like just to make it through the day. And I get to bed at night shaking because it's so much. It's like an insane amount of roles for one human to take for children. Like it's fucking crazy making. It's so insane. Yeah, so I had this message in me, like I'm ready. I'm ready to move on to the next community project. But I have this resistance. Like I don't want to live with people. I don't have it in me like, oh, the solution is let's live together. And so the clarity I got is like, oh yeah, let's start practicing now. Let's start from the beginning. Can we even say hello? Like I've had nearly 40 conversations with people since I sent the message out about 2 weeks ago. And I would say close to half of them just cannot even say hello. In a written message, cannot just say hello. And I was like, well, this is so clear. Like there's nothing in me that wants to try to live with you, or like I don't know, just I'm interested in working with people who want to work with people. And
Yeah. You're
something like,
interested in working with people who want to work with people.
yeah, and collectively we are lacking so many skills at being together. So then I was like, oh, this is where we are. This is where we start. Let's go. Like I have such a yes for that. That lights me up to work with a refined group of people who are interested in practicing and finding ways of making decisions together, practicing and finding ways of having being pissed off at each other and what to do about it, having practices and ways of mm, like engaging with each other, saying hello, and yeah, this like yeah, I'm scared it's fantasy, but it's like what I want, this way of being in life together. All the ups and downs, and I don't need it to be forever. Like I used to live in this fantasy, like with the collective here in Sooke, like, yay, we're gonna live here and raise our children here and be here till they're grown. And it was a year, less than a year, and it's just I don't have that anymore.
Mm.
It because it's not discovered yet. Like people, me, I don't know how to live with people. So I'd be fooling myself if I was like, yeah, let's do this and let's do it forever.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where this like 1 year commitment comes from. It's like 1 year is enough time to make it hot, but then after that, maybe I change my mind. Maybe someone changes their mind. Maybe not. Maybe it goes to the next evolution. Maybe like yeah, so I'm not interested in this fantasy. We're gonna live together and my problems will be fixed and your problems will be fixed and that's that. So right now there's uh this WhatsApp group and the necessity to send a message. Judy, I'm in a call right now. Yeah, your dad is there, love. Thank you.
Hi, Jen.
He delivered a coffee bean. Oh my goodness. We have been snuggling so much since I got back. Like days go by and I can't even get to my phone because he's just on me. I love it. Ah, yeah, so the necessity. I have a necessity to send the
Will you pause for
message.
a second?
Yeah.
I just want to say some things that I feel so much joy hearing you own that you don't yet know how to live with people, and that you've had this fantasy that it can, somehow just happen, you know and I don't know what your fantasy was, like if we just live together, maybe something like that.
Hmm.
And I hear you saying this thing about wanting to work with people who want to work with people, but also who I would think it's they also own that they don't know how yet, or
Hmm.
that maybe they have some skills and some tools, but when it comes to it, and they're like you are pointing the finger at themselves, like I need to learn, not you and you and you need to learn, but I need to learn. I want to learn, and I want to learn with you because you also want to learn. You also own that you this would be working the edge together, each of us working the edge together
Yeah.
of how to collaboratively communicate so that we can make proposals, so that we can be honest about when I'm pissed off with you or you're pissed off with me, and have it be a hot space.
Yeah. And one more after so that is so that we can create. Like it's
Yes.
about being in life being it's about being fucking alive.
Yeah.
And so this is where the lab brought a lot more clarity, and this is where I'm at, those two maps that I sent you, is that mm, when the value of the community or even the individual, when my value is safety or survival, then I will be creating certain things. When
Yeah.
I change that value, different, I will therefore by consequence be creating different things. Yeah.
I got I had an experience yesterday speaking with a woman who's very interested in community living. She's participated in a lot of projects. She's an edge worker, super creative, super big hearted, genius woman. And she was trying to make a case for Maslow's hierarchy of needs and the need for psychological safety, that people need psychological safety. And and I, it was my first experiment kind of bringing distinction about that psychological safety. If somebody's waiting for other people to provide psychological safety, they're going to be waiting forever,
Right.
because psychological safety is an inside job.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought of this project, and I thought, like, how to communicate that part. I mean, in a way, this is the filter that would sort people in or out. if
Mm-hmm.
if they're like, no, it's not an inside job, it's not something I need to transform into, it's something that the people around me need to provide, like it's like this adult child, this grown up
Yeah.
child who's still waiting for the parents, the teachers, the coaches to provide them psychological safety.
Hmm.
I feel really scared about that.
Hmm. Yeah, one way that that's come out in multiple chats is like some version of the world sucks, or shit's so expensive, or it's crazy out there,
Yeah.
or the the government's fucked, or
Yeah, that was this woman's one was the 2% have 90% of the world's wealth, and so
yeah.
it can never be, I no one can ever be okay or something like that.
Yeah, so if that's the driver towards community, then this is not the space. And
Yeah.
and like there's a part where it doesn't even matter what I say or don't say, or what you say or don't say, because it will come a time where it, like, just naturally they will be like, I will be persecuted, for example, and then they will just, like, there will just not be a space for them. Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the cool part about starting before starting.
Yes. Oh yes.
Starting
It's like
before having
sort
a
people
house.
in or out,
Yeah.
like honestly,
Yeah.
without it, like the the game is not to convince people to join.
Exactly.
That's not it at all.
Exactly. Yeah,
And the
you
game
got
is
it.
not to convince people that we're the people they should come and try living with.
Yeah. So what is the game?
Yeah.
That's the question on the table. And so far, what I have is the game is learning, practicing, and already starting to use the skills of how to work together, be together, and live together. And really, that like the very first step looks like saying hello.
Yeah.
It looks like just negotiating intimacy. It looks like saying no, or fuck off, or I don't want to talk to you, without all the residue. It looks like, where do you go to take care of your own shit? You know,
Yeah.
and yeah, for me it's EHP, and what I love about the possibility of a community project is that there is a place for the ETB to land,
Yeah.
which, that, like, let's go. I want that.
Hmm.
That was one of my biggest pains about leaving New York, is that everybody there continued to work together and I left and
Yeah.
nobody was coming with me. And then I'm like plopped in this environment where nobody knows what the fuck I'm saying. I'm getting this feedback like, wow, after talking to you, my heart is so open and spacious, and like, wow, you're so clear and alive. But it's they're not beside me. There's like, yeah, like I have this experience where I'm quite alone at a level of creation, and I'm fucking angry about that and
Yeah.
sad about it, because this is what I want. This is what I want to make my life about. And it's like there's this trudge, like I can't, because mm, I don't know. I either have to convince people or teach people or do something I don't like, because people around me are just not doing the same thing. Yeah, so I want to create this community project with the idea of the ETB landing in it. The idea of what is it like to live in a community for 1 year where an ETB happens. Fuck yes.
Yeah. Instead
Like,
of going
let's
to ETBs,
go.
they come to us.
Yeah. They come
And
to
maybe
us.
we go too.
Yeah, but there's a community of practice doing the same practices to land back into,
Yeah.
where like I'm a vessel, like I'm containing so much right now, especially from the lab, but there's nowhere for it to spill over, except
Yeah.
for like
I'm,
online or rage club here or there. Yeah,
yeah.
but I want more. Like, I want every day.
Yeah.
I want
I'm
to
with you in
practice
that
every day.
pain. I even had a dream last night where I was among people and they weren't like for me to speak with my clarity and bring what I bring, the response instead of this, oh wow, you're so clear, I love it, like keep going, is you freak me out.
Yeah,
I can't be around you. And
yeah,
and so I had all this swollen numbness happening in my throat and my face because I just like so I was allergic to myself not speaking, and I was putting up with I was putting up with that in my dream, even though they
yeah.
had uh, designated me the queen of their group.
Hmm. So convoluted. What you're sharing, it's like landing as accurate to reality, like a way of coping with it's bad to be angry.
This is my next EHP. Is It broke my heart when I wrote it, but it's this. I feel sad when I don't get to know and I don't get to share about what's really happening inside
Yeah,
each of us.
yeah, girl. Yeah.
And I mean, for me, it's become that simple, even though when it's my turn to do it, it's scary. And this is
Hmm.
what I've been learning and practicing more, is to be vulnerable first.
Hmm.
And that's even tricky because as soon as I start to say I feel scared or I feel sad, I often get, oh, you don't have to feel sad. You don't have to feel scared.
Hmm.
And I don't quite yet know how to answer that.
Hmm.
I mean, I answer it sometimes by saying, I think you might be mistaking me for someone who thinks her sadness or fear is a problem that I need to get
Hmm.
rid of. And that's not my world. And then just asking people, like, will you simply say back what you hear me say?
Yeah.
And then
Do
it's,
you want
as
do you
soon as
want a
I get to, I feel
possibility,
glad
Nicole?
because they're like, oh, okay, I can handle
Yeah,
that.
it goes the other way. Do you want a possibility for working with that edge?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, and it's more about like phase two of feelings. Like drop the structure.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
just,
turn up your yeah, like your adultness, something like that. And it would just look like there's a faster time between I feel because and then speaking. So then the thing you want to say comes out without the structure. So you're more engaged in the relating
yeah,
than in the self and then the relating.
yeah. So what I speak is probably going to be some kind of offer, a conscious offer.
Yeah. So you go through all the levels inside of yourself and then what you speak is yeah, what the offer is or even what you want like well, it's all an offer for intimacy, even if you
Yeah,
just say hello. Or, if the whole thing is, I feel scared because you're going really fast and I don't want to, so I will ask you to slow down. Therefore, okay, will you slow down? Just, hey, will you slow down? So it's like all that can happen, but then, yeah,
yeah,
what comes
yeah,
out is more engaging in the relating. That's one possibility I have.
yeah. Thank you. There's this part of me that's like, oh yeah, I remember I can do that some of the time.
Mm,
And where I still think there's a job to give to my gremlin about somehow I get stuck at the I feel part.
hmm. Yeah, so it's possibly a safety thing. Like it's just more familiar. So yeah, it will be scary.
Mm,
Even if the main feeling is not fear, it will still be really scary. It will be that
yeah.
intensity of being engaging in life.
Yeah, it's that patriarchal fear. It's like I feel scared to do something that's not
Uh-huh.
patriarchal. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. While we worked so much with fear in the lab, it was what I went for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really went for I had two questions like why can't I feel my fear? And why, like, I had this thing happening in the last month or two, like, I was feeling unsafe. It's like, why can't I feel my fear? And why am I feeling unsafe? What's going on? Yeah, and I got lots of answers about it. Um, the fear, like, through practices and calibrating and even EHPs about it. And then the safety part, really from that cultural map, like, oh, my point of origin just kind of like went back into modern culture and I didn't notice it. And then it started coming up as like, whoa, I'm not safe for like a month and a half.
Which sounds like it is your fear. Like that was you feeling scared.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit twisted.
Yeah, I get this like sense of if I slow it down for myself, like and rewind it if I'm in this place of like I'm not safe and I
Mm-hmm.
pause and rewind and slow it down,
Mm-hmm.
it's I felt scared about something and then I went up into my head and thought I'm not safe.
Yeah.
But the fear was building
Yeah.
unconsciously. It's like under my numbness bar.
And for me, it's tied into my anger. Like I have a lot of anger throughout the day. Like I'm really clear. When that starts getting like muffled and jarred and starts just piling up, then the fear even starts getting bigger. Yeah. I
Yeah, because
I feel sad because yeah, like there's just so many ways I just keep quiet. I like don't say what I'm pissed off about because to keep the peace or to not trigger anybody or to not like just to fucking like be okay around the people I'm with. And I'm sad because I have so much fucking clarity, like like all the time, or like so much. Yeah, my life is kind of set up in a way that even with my partner, like it's not okay to be angry.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you feel sad because you have so much clarity and you hold it back because it's not
yeah,
okay to be angry with the people around you. You do it to
yeah,
keep the peace.
yeah. And like the other day at Magic Waters, I wasn't numb and I didn't push it down and I felt angry and Jorge made this very clear invitation to me, like, not right now, like, don't feel angry, like, don't do this right now. That was kind of his invitation. I didn't care, like, it wasn't about him. And I let my anger just be there with everybody, and it sourced something different for Magic Waters, which was so fucking cool.
Yeah,
And I don't even know if anybody else saw it. And just like, yeah, it's just amazing that, like within 10 minutes, maybe less, something didn't exist and then something existed. And it was just because I was pissed off.
yeah, yeah. And what I'm hearing you say is you did what you coached me to do. You felt angry,
Yeah,
and I don't know, maybe you did say I feel angry because, but you got to the offer, the proposal, whatever it
yeah,
was, the I want this, or
yeah.
is that how it went?
It was more engaging and more unknown and discovering, and my anger was sourcing the discovery. So it was
Cool.
more messy than that because it,
Yeah.
it wasn't from me. It wasn't my idea, but it was my sword. It was my sword saying, like, this is not working. Like, and then people speaking because of it.
Cool.
and then
Yeah.
and then it wasn't me that sourced it. It wasn't even my idea. It was it was hope, but it was because my sword was there that I wasn't
Yeah.
willing to play everything is okay, let's just keep doing this and pretend like it worked.
Yeah. I love this. This is gold for this edge that I'm working as it's almost like there are these sentences that I only have if I'm at a high level of intensity of anger. And so I'm holding that in because there's so much emotional anger about putting up with things going stupid for so
Hmm.
long that when it's happening again, even though this is a brand new here and now, I'm bringing all this emotional anger from having put up with all the bullshit for so long, the low
Hmm.
drama, the wasted time.
Hmm.
This is the biggest one for me lately. I want sentences. It's like, like, how about we have the conversation about this? Like, because I'm mad about the conversation we're having and I don't know what the conversation I want is. So you can see how that doesn't work to come from that, but to come from something that's already moving toward the next thing instead of complaining or judging or, yeah, yeah, I get the sense there's so many sentences to discover that are bridge sentences into a next space. Yeah, it's about rolling the space.
But even that is a way of staying safe with the anger, because it's so much more chaotic than that. Like it once it has a sort of structure, it's like pulled back a little bit from the space of source, from being at source. Because source can be anything. It can really be something it's never been. Like that's its nature, right?
Yeah.
What I'm hearing is you need more rage club in your life to clear space for that
Yeah.
emotional or any emotions, whether it's emotional anger or not, to have that that clear right here, right now kind of anger instead of the oh, I'm angry about this conversation, so let's move to the other one.
Yeah. It's just a, it's a circumstance where I own that my access to possibilities is really thin and I get stuck there. And then
Hmm.
I keep listening to bullshit. I keep joining in a bullshit conversation that I don't really want to be having. My gremlin's
Hmm.
loving it, and I get that. I'm like, I just don't know what else. I don't have access to, I guess, my adult ego state at that time.
Yeah, and nobody around you does too,
Yeah,
would be my guess. Like you're right at the edge.
yeah,
You're working on like dabbing into terrain that doesn't even exist yet. So it makes sense that what you're saying is like it's not even what is yet. Like they're not, like I was in a lab for a week and even there people were barely in their adult ego state. So it is the edge of what is uh, from what I sense like for humans, for
yeah,
people who grew up in modern culture, humans.
yeah,
Yeah, keep going. Let's do Rage Club together. I want to speak about one more part. And yeah, the biggest question I have for this community creation right now is what is the value at the center? What does, what, you know, I'm holding space for a group of people to come together to start relating and collaborating and being together and even working together with the purpose of living together on a land for a 1 year commitment. What is the value at the center of this? Because it is not, let's be safe. It is not, we'll live together and then everything will be okay. So, what is it? Mm, yeah, like the biggest thing that keeps coming up is like being able to say hello, something like that. Like, mm,
what is the value that empowers being able to say hello?
relating, authenticity, like, like being. Will you repeat the question again?
What is the value that empowers being able to say hello?
Yeah, relating. When two people value relating, then certain things would happen, like practices of saying hello, being in five bodies, getting their shit out of the way. Yeah. It's like all sorts of things would have to exist then, like each piece, for example.
Something I get about it is I think it's also it might be that, and it might be something more than that, because or I just think of so many who people who's, well, maybe they say connection,
Yeah,
but without relating. It's like they want to be
yeah,
around people, they want to be connected to people, but they're not.
yeah.
Yeah, it's without the adult hello. It's without the,
Uh-huh. It's like a gremlin connection. It's still a connection. So what's the
yeah.
distinction?
And this is my fear. It's like, well, you're not talking about gremlin relating.
No, no. Being in the present, mm, feeling. Yeah, it's like saying hello while being in the present moment. That like that's it. It's a pinnacle hello. So it's while feeling versus habitual. So it's yeah, habits are not valued. Being present, being in the present moment is valued, and then practices to have that be so is valued.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, sourcing and creating is fucking valued. And even can you do that with another person ongoingly moment to moment, not this big like let's start a business, but just like right here, right now. Can you source and create? Wow, yeah, because living with people like that, I'm fucking turned on. People
Yeah.
who even understand that or want that or
Yeah.
are weird like that.
Yeah.
Like,
What comes to me is how often in any shared living scenario there's inevitably, like, one of the most common conflicts is about unwashed dishes.
uh-huh.
And so even to the radicality of relating so that the dishes get washed,
Hmm.
without it becoming,
Yeah, so the value is not washing dishes though. The value is
yeah,
collaboration. The
yeah,
value is
yeah,
teamship.
collaborative. I would say maybe it's collaborative communication.
Yes. Yes, and collaboration itself, like who holds space for it? Who holds space for the decision about how it goes?
Which requires collaborative communication. I mean,
Hmm.
someone can slide into holding space for something. This happens a lot
Hmm.
where they don't even maybe consciously choose to hold space for something,
Yeah.
but they end up holding the space because, partly because some, I mean, for me, I know that's a survival strategy,
Hmm.
is to make myself the responsible one, which
Hmm.
is slightly different than holding space, but it can look the same, at least at first.
And then you drop the collaborative communication would be my
Yeah,
guess. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so they go hand in hand.
yeah,
Yeah, and remembering one of our biggest like mm, causes of like I don't know, this kind of friction, interpersonal friction at the collective was something like mm, people always talking to me and I'm not always available for conversation. And what do we do about that? Like I remember sitting in circle a couple of times about building a system with I don't know what it was, a pin or a hat. Like if you're wearing this pin, nobody can talk to you and stuff like that. So so what this is getting me to is the value is that each one takes care of himself.
yeah,
Like the yeah, in this community project, the value is that there's like I don't know, it's like a conscious assumption or context that each person is an adult and that an adult has certain capacities like being able to say no, being able to ask for what they want, being able to take care of themselves in those ways. Um, being able to take care of their own shit, their own emotional stuff, for example. Yeah, so it's like the value of growing up, like growing even
Yeah.
more into being an adult that can take responsibility for themselves and then for more than themselves, that they can start to turn on outward toward the community and even bigger. Fuck yes, I want that
Yeah.
for
I wrote
me.
down like growing into authentic adulthood.
Yes.
Mm, yeah, I think I see it so often in uh, this phrase that I see and hear and speak a lot is this nobody can do that for you, and nobody can stop you from doing that. Like,
Hmm.
really, nobody can make it so that someone doesn't talk to you for you.
Hmm.
And it sounds like
Hmm.
they were trying to do that. They were trying to
Yeah, exactly.
like make the responsibility for not being talked to right now
Yeah,
be everybody else's responsibility rather than it coming from a person who can say I'm not available for this conversation right now,
yeah,
catch me later, you know.
yeah.
And
So the community values creating, which is not this like creative, let's do art, but it's
yeah,
more like we're in it and then how does one source well-being in it? And not from a victim, but from what you want. Yeah, the creating comes from like an authentic what you want versus there's so many people that come here all the time, so I have to find a way to make a system so people don't talk to me when I don't want them to talk to me versus mm, yeah, the community values that you have impulses and you create from your impulses and but it's distinct. It's like if you're a victim of something, you're actually not creating. Like you're just trying to repeat
well,
something. You're just trying to
yeah,
protect yourself from something.
yeah. And I mean, it could be said that that is a form of creating. Like if I'm
Yeah,
creating,
but it's not authentic creating because it fucking already exists. Like there's like what is it? Like the whole consent wheel. Like there's whole modalities against ask me my permission before you speak to me. So like
yeah,
it's not actually creating. It's just recreating. It's just doing the same fucking thing again with a slightly different shade of color. And it's I'm not turned on about that.
yeah,
Like I don't want to make a a garden together like the garden I have in my backyard, except it's a bit bigger with different plants. Like I fucking like I want a fucking revolution. Like right now in this house with this garden with these people. And if anybody is committed to mm, any amount of protecting, it just will not happen.
yeah,
If anyone is committed to any part of a like somebody's against me story or I'm a victim in any fucking way, it just won't happen. It will just be the same thing repeated. That's just what is. Like it's not bad. It's just what fucking is. And that's not what I want. Like I want to touch on the fucking potential.
yeah,
It's fucking massive. Like what the fuck? Why am I stuck with other people touching on recreating the same fucking shit when the potential is enormous?
mm,
What the fuck? What is that value even? It's like valuing life. It's
yeah,
valuing fucking the reality that life is a high playground of potential and possibility. How the fuck do I communicate that to people?
yeah, yeah,
Because whatever that value is, that's what the value is. Experimenting, that's at the
yeah,
center of this community. That is
yeah.
valued.
And what I'm
Looking
hearing,
fucking bad and making a mess is valued. But engaging with it and cleaning up after it and letting the mess be the gold is fucking valued.
So I'm hearing experimenting, I'm hearing engaging, I'm hearing aliveness. And
Yes.
I've been noticing the difference between valuing life and valuing aliveness.
Yes.
In valuing aliveness, there seems to be more room for things to die. Because
Yes.
if death, what comes after death? Life. And it might be more aliveness than what was alive before that death.
Yes. Yes. More chaos.
Yeah. I feel a little bit scared about what you said about repeating things because I think that some things still get repeated and it's not bad.
Yes.
It's part of uh it's part of
Yes.
experimenting and inventing
Yes.
to
Of
riff off
course.
what has worked.
Of course. And this project is a vessel for doing the impossible. That's
Yeah.
really what it is. It's for making something exist that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
I have had so many fucking conversations with people that are like either living the hell of living in community right now here on the island close to me, or living the hell of the aftermath of living in community.
Yeah.
And like, really, this project is about doing something in fucking possible. So if there is not this like radical commitment to doing something different, like if everything that is experimented with does not have this purpose of like being dangerous, then that like, man, we're against some pretty real odds.
Yeah.
In me, I am against the odds of 40 years of doing the same shit is valued. It's good. It's great. I will be praised for it. I will be safe for it. It will work and I will get to live and have what I have. So it's like this project has is it's got such a mass that wants to push it towards something where the potential does not get touched at all, not even one fucking percent.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I say this and I see Oli and I'm like, what the fuck am I leaving her with? What is the point of doing that for a fucking eighth time, ninth time? Like I don't want that. That for me, I will not engage with this community. That's not what I'm holding space for. That's not what I'm holding space for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it yes, no wrong, no bad, no right, no good. And what's at the center is I'm holding space for a vessel to exist that has the purpose of touching on the potential of humans, of us here living together. Yeah, that's it. And it's dangerous and it's unknown and it's scary. And if things are repeating, this is feedback that it is not touching the potential.
Mm.
That's all. It's not good, it's not bad. It's just feedback that the vessel is not pointed towards the potential. So what needs to shift? Yeah. Yeah. This is why, it can't be forever. It really has to be dangerous. Anyone who's looking for a place to retire or relax, or like, this is not it.
Yeah.
This is such a turn on space. Like if when we get to the point of living together for a year, you will not be the same person after it.
Mm.
That's it. There's no, I'm going to relax here for the rest of my life. That's not what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another group of people that I didn't invite to the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was multiple conversations like that too.
I love what you're saying. It's just feeding my archetypal body. And and I think, I like really when you said experimenting and aliveness and
Mm,
orienting away from safety. Uh, and yet there's a weird way where when I'm sourcing my own safety by having my own authority and having access to my anger for my boundaries and for my clarity, it reminds me of this picture I saw once. It was a man and a woman in a dance position, and it said something like, and it sounds a little paradoxical to what you're saying, but it said, let's build so much safety between us that we can be dangerous together.
mm-hmm,
And there is like it's like when the safety isn't, yeah, it's funny. It's like somehow when the safety's on the outside, there's space
mm-hmm,
to be dangerous. There's space to make mistakes. There's space for mess to happen. And this commitment, maybe it is commitment. Maybe it's not safety, maybe it's commitment. Like somehow the word devotion comes,
mm-hmm.
which for me has a little bit of a different flavor than commitment. It's like when I think about relational spaces where I'm devoted to my own expansion and transformation and to the expansion and transformation of the other person. And maybe that's part of the value is expansion and transformation. And something like the safety is in, or the semblance of safety, maybe there's another word for it, is in this radical reliance on the death and resurrection show.
Okay.
Like if I blow this up, by being honest and by not knowing what else to do than what I can do.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like you're describing the adult ego state, like that this kind of safety. It happens when I can take care of myself no matter what.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes that
When,
means like, yeah, after it explodes, I can take care of myself. But it also means just when I'm with someone, I can say no or stop, or I can even say, I love you, I want you,
yeah.
like that this I create, or even like for me in my adult ego state, it would look like I have a space where I can make a cup of coffee in the morning, and it's not uh, a kind of a place where anybody like it's not a shared space. It's where I can have my own coffee making spot. That would be a way of me taking care of myself. That would be a way of creating this kind of safety, but it's not inherently safe. I just get the consequence of like I'm taking care of myself. I'm being real with myself, no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if I say, I every Sunday afternoon I feed my gremlin and I go wild, and that's what I do. And you may have your reaction about it, and other people I live with have their reaction about it, but this is me creating what I want and what takes care of me. So when I hear you with the safety part, this is kind of how it's landing, is like being in the adult ego state. Because the word safety itself, it has certain implications. It
Yeah. It's
and
slippery.
and and what it does is it like pulls away from the inherent reality of being alive,
Yeah.
which is that it is not safe at any moment.
Oh, yeah. None of us get out alive.
Right. So
And,
and
and
in the child ego state, that is unfathomable. Like
yeah.
that cannot be so. But in the adult ego state, that's not a problem. That's just what is. It's
Yeah.
where source happens. Like
In
it's
fact, it's
okay.
inspiration
Right,
to,
exactly.
to go, to create, to be alive
Right,
while I have the chance.
right.
This is my life. I'm
Yeah.
having it now. And yeah, I mean, I think really all of this that we've talked about are aspects of a codex.
Hmm.
And I love the template that I've been using for the last few codices I've written for different game worlds, different projects. And especially this part where, the assumptions we make, these are the assumptions of the space. And they're like shared conscious assumptions. And yeah, to discover what those are, that
Mm-hmm.
that as a kind of reference point to when other assumptions are being made that are not those assumptions, that run counter to those assumptions.
Mm-hmm. And listening to you, and it's landing in me like it's messy work.
Yes.
I don't need to have it all figured out, and what I do need to have is me.
Yeah.
Like keep being clear. So clear that I'm holding space for it, clear about what I'm feeling, clear about yeah, just like keep rolling with the inner resources to be with the mess and create.
Oh, I just got that maybe instead of safety, it's something like radical reliance on,
Yeah,
my own authority, my four feelings,
yeah,
my grounding cord, the Earth's coincidence control office, your
yeah,
archetypal lineage, my archetypal lineage.
yeah.
This beautiful thing that I've heard
Mm,
in a few calls lately, this, where people come together to create, a force bigger than themselves takes over. And it speaks to
yeah,
this like synergy that happens when people come together with this devotion, with this commitment. And we haven't said this word, it's like regeneration.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
regeneration isn't recreation. Like
Yes.
recreation is like, oh, you take time off so that you can get back to work doing the same thing.
So what is regeneration?
Regeneration is like, it's got this next thing to it, but it's a next generation. It's the next thing after the thing that is on its way out. It's like
Hmm.
it's like creation in an evolutionary direction into this direction of what hasn't existed yet.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
in a lot of ways it's also about bringing life back to spaces that have died, that have become dead for some reason. Like, the regeneration of a parking lot. It's like, paradise gets to exist again, but in a next form of it.
Hmm.
It's not taking it back to the paradise
So
that
what
used to
about in
exist.
a community living project? What does regeneration look like? I only have 5 more minutes in the
Okay,
call, Nicole, and then I
thank
will
you.
go.
It would be to regenerate the parts of each of us that have become dead.
Hmm.
It would
So
be,
what does regenerate mean? Like bring alive something that's dead?
yeah, like I think about it, it makes sense to me to think in terms of regenerating my nervous system. It's like I didn't get to grow up to have an authentic adult archetypal nervous system because it took so many hits over and over and didn't get a chance to
Hmm.
recover and then grow beyond that level of development. So I'm still regenerating my nervous system. And when it comes to relational spaces, if 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 say intimacy is killed by one or both of us in a relational space, the regenerative force would be about cleaning up that mess so that now something can exist that wouldn't have been able to exist if we hadn't had the mess in the
Hmm.
first place, if we hadn't killed intimacy in the first place.
As I'm listening to you, it's clear that generate has this like linear but always increasing kind of line. Like generate money, generate
Yeah, and it can also be like,
income
it generation over here becomes possible because crash and burn happened.
for regeneration.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear it and I don't fully have it in me what the regeneration is. And it's like the experience. I don't have the experience like fully in my bodies about it.
Yeah, I'm guessing you have experiences to draw from to build more clarity about it because you have gone through death and resurrection yourself.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And still, it's not fully landing. Yeah, and it's the question at the center of the community. What is regeneration and how is this project aligned with regeneration? Because if each one of us goes out to work to bring money in to pay rent, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's what is that regenerating? It's generating the money system. It's generating landlords. It's not really regenerative. But again, it's not fully landed in me.
When
So
you
it's a
said that,
question that right now I live in. Yeah,
yeah,
and I'll walk with it today.
maybe this is the central value is living in
Regeneration.
questions.
Yeah, that's definitely valued. Working in the unknown. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Holding
Yeah, working
questions.
at the
This
edge.
is where the experimenting comes from. This is where the unknown, this is where the
Yeah, yeah. It's like the potential and the unknown are pretty big values.
yeah, thank you.
Cool. I've discovered things I didn't know half an hour ago. So thank you for this call.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for going with this impulse, this with what you want. And I'm with you. It's so delicious to me to have had you go with it and right beside you or whatever the whatever the proximate term is.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll see you in
Let's
another
chat soon.
space soon, I trust.
Yeah, bye for now.
Goodbye for now. I loved it all there.
You left it all there? Is that what you
My
said?
love to all there.
Okay, I'll pass on your love.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye bye.